Get this stream game popping. What's up? Get this stream game popping. What's going on, guys? I am live, as you see. Glad to have y'all tuning in. Turn my volume down. Let me get all my mixes and everything together. Everybody come on in the room. Let me let folks know on the gram real quick that I am live. Hope you guys had a prosperous week. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on, where we at? I'm getting it together. All right. I'm glad everybody's tuning in. We're going to have a nice family discussion, as we always do. Y'all bear with me. We're going to have a nice, good conversation, as we always do. So let me just let everybody know on the gram that I'm live. You know, it takes me a little minute to do that. I wish I could do it before the show, but all right. So I think we're good to go. All right. So I'm here with you. Let's go, man. Let's go. How y'all doing, man? I hope you guys go to hiddencolorsfilm.com, get this shirt here, Foundational Black Americans. You dig? Isn't this shirt tight as hell? Isn't this shirt tight as hell? This is real patriotism right here. You can get this shirt, hiddencolorsfilm.com, or you can just click the link right there below you. Shout out to all my foundational Black American family. Shout out to all the ADOS family, same thing. Shout out to some of the immigrant brothers and sisters too. We still got you. We still got you. Not the coons though, but shout out to you. But get your foundational Black American shirt at hiddencolorsfilm.com, ladies and gentlemen. So, a lot of stuff we're going to get into. And again, you can go to hiddencolorsfilm.com and get the DVD. And also, you can stream Hidden Colors 5. You can stream Hidden Colors 1 through 5. And don't forget, you can also stream 1804, The Hidden History of Haiti. Yes. Now, y'all do know who all these people are. Let me see. This is how you can tell who's a foundational Black American. Now, there are people, anyone here who's not familiar with these people on the shirt? Because some people are like, who's the guy on the bottom? Are there some people here not familiar with these beautiful foundational Black Americans on this shirt? Somebody said, Janet Jackson. This is not no damn Janet Jackson. All right. The top right. You don't know who? Okay. Top right. That's Ida B. Wells. That's Ida B. Wells, the legendary Queen Ida B. Wells. That sister was a writer. Wonderful foundational Black American woman. This sister, she would expose the white supremacists who would go around lynching people. She would pay white people to infiltrate the Klan and get the names of the people who were doing lynchings all around the country. She would publish their asses. She would put their asses on Front Street. They ran her out the South. She had to go back up there to Chicago. Bad sister. The white feminists tried to co-opt her to get her to act as a shield for their racism. She told them to go to hell. That's why it's very interesting when they try to pretend that she was a feminist. She wasn't no damn feminist. That was a foundational Black American woman who fought for the Black family. And the brother on the bottom, that is our brother John Henry Clark. You know, that's Frederick Douglass. That's Dr. King, Frederick Douglass, Dr. Welsing, Harriet Tubman. You there? Yeah, Ida B. Wells was badass. Yeah, that's why you don't hardly hear too much about her. See, what the white supremacists, they'll try to twist her history up. Try to make it seem like she was down with them feminists and all that old bullshit. That sister was a rider for the Black family. So this is why it's important for us to tell our history. You dig? You say, bring back Mac Lessons Radio? I can't bring back Mac Lessons Radio because I'm not single no more. You know, I did that show when I was single. You dig? So I'm not macking to nobody. You dig? The game is there. There's years of good game in the Mac Lessons radio show. A lot of good game in that. You dig? They renamed the street in downtown Chicago after her. That's good. Good. You get the shirt at hiddencolorsfilm.com. And we have them in different colors. This is the main color, the patriotic blue, the red, white, and blue. Yeah. Yeah, I can't do the Mac Lesson radio show when I got a house full of fucking kids. Yeah. But a lot of stuff going on in the media. You know, Dave Chappelle, you know, he did his comedy special, very great comedy special, and he was going in. Dave Chappelle unapologetically went in on his comedy special a few months ago. And people are still reeling from that. There was a trans person who they said one of Dave's jokes was about. There was a trans person, and the trans person committed suicide this week. And the anti-black white supremacist media, they were going around trying to imply that this trans person committed suicide because of Dave Chappelle's jokes. That's low-level dirtbag journalism. All the news wires are trying to push that propaganda. Yeah, Daphne something. Daphne, that's the person's name. And the Daphne person actually was laughing at the Dave Chappelle jokes. The Daphne person didn't really get offended by it. But they're so desperate to push this black people are homophobic, transphobic narrative. Yeah, they're trying to push that narrative. This is how scummy and how yellow journalism works now. I mean, let me show y'all some of these headlines. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I mean, they're really trying to imply. Hold on 1 second. Let me show y'all some of these headlines here. By tying Dave Chappelle's name in it. See, they can't outright say that he's responsible, so they try to do it by association. They try to make it guilty by association. Hold on, let me show y'all how slick they are. Here we go. All right. Yo, look at all these headlines here. Daphne Dorman, dead. Trans comedian, an inspiration for Dave Chappelle's special. Okay. Dave Chappelle, transgender activist, mentioned, dies by suicide. They putting his name in the mix. Transgender activist mentioned in Dave Chappelle's Sticks and Stones dies. You see this slick shit? Let me see something. Okay. So yeah, they're really trying to put Dave's name in the mix with this thing. Referencing Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle transgender suicide. Dave Chappelle transgender suicide. You dig? So they're just trying to push that black people are, look how homophobic and transphobic black people are. And I've seen some of these people get on Twitter talking about, see, these jokes about transgender, you see how dangerous jokes are? Oh, see, everything is not a joke. Y'all can go to hell with that. Because when y'all sit up there on Comedy Central and y'all make nigger jokes, especially in those comedy roles, they go on and on with their little black jokes. When these white supremacists are making their little black jokes, when you have the 4chans and the 8chans, where it's 24 hours a day, nigger jokes. When you have governors, senators, all these people putting on blackface. Every other week we find out about some damn politician, some high-level politician, who done walked around with blackface, but it's just a joke, just lighten up. We're told to lighten the hell up. It was so long ago, it's just a joke. Ha ha, kiki. See, we're told to shut the hell up and just Stop race baiting. You dig? So now I don't want to hear all that stuff. Jokes are jokes, right? So Dave Chappelle has every right to tell his joke. If y'all can run around telling nigga jokes and running around with blackface and Halloween is coming up, you're about to see them act a damn fool. Halloween is coming up. Shout out to Zach Najoga. He sent some on Cash App at KingFlex818 on the Cash App. You're about to see Nigga Fest for Halloween. Y'all about to see all types of stuff going on with Halloween with all their passive-aggressive racism. Jokes are jokes. I don't want to hear all that stuff. Jokes are jokes, right? So let's be clear on that. I saw something that speaking of the deceptive media, there's a story, and let me find the link to that. And this is what goes back to what we try to tell you about how the white supremacists try to use black immigrants from other places as tethers to undermine and replace foundational black Americans. I did a broadcast not too long ago talking about tethers in referencing the movie Us, which the movie Us was really, if you really look at it, it's about black immigrants replacing foundational black Americans and just immigrants in general when you really look at it. But we know that the white supremacists try to get immigrants to undermine our achievements. They try to get them to replace our historical figures. This is why they're always trying to get a Cynthia Erivo to play one of our legends. They got the other brother to play Martin Luther King and Selma. I've talked about this before. They go out of their way to replace our history, replace our heroes, and replace our achievements. And they ran with a news story saying that this Ugandan American woman was the first black woman right here. This was the first black woman who traveled to all countries. This Ugandan American woman. This is the first black woman to travel to all 195 countries. Jessica Nabongo. She's from Detroit. Okay, that's Jessica Nabongo. She's from Detroit. And she actually works for the UN. She was a UN employee. So this woman is sponsored by white people. So they're propping her up, saying that this immigrant woman was the first black woman. This is a great achievement. She's traveled to all the countries, but this is not true. And some of the CNNs and all these people, some of these places, they were forced to change their reporting. Some of them didn't. It was a black woman, a foundational black American woman named Wani Spots. She's the woman who actually traveled all around the world. That's the first black woman to travel to all countries, to every single country all around the world. It was Wani Spots, a foundational black American sister. Not just around the world, but just to every single country. So it was a foundational black American who did it, but this sister didn't do it because she was funded by some white corporations or some white benefactors. She just did it on her own. You dig? But yeah, the fact that this woman, this immigrant woman, works for the UN, see, they're trying to push a narrative. We see who's behind this stuff. We see who's behind this stuff. You dig? And this sister here, let me find some tweets on her real quick to show. Hold on one second. Jessica Nabongo. Y'all bear with me for a second. Hold on. Let me pull up some tweets on Jessica. Hold on one second. Because, you know, they try to replace us with folks. Where's her? Where's her shit? Where's her? Here it is. Here it is. Hold on. And they've been doing this, you know, with these little television shows, you know, trying to undermine us. All types of stuff. Hold on. One second. Let me show y'all some of her tweets. Let me show y'all. She seems like a cool person, but you know, some interesting stuff that she was. I saw some interesting tweets like this here. Hold on. She's talking about how white men love me. Dude, old white men love me. Hold on. Dude, old white men love me. And old white men still loving me. Just going on and on about how white men love her. Here she go. I love Detroit. Old rich white men love me. This is going all the way back to 2009. You dig? Hold on. White American men got real bold since I've been gone. I don't think the Italian would be happy with me making new friends. So I'm thinking her boyfriend is Italian at the time. So this is some international bedwenching going on. So we know where the money is coming from. You dig? We know where the money is coming from. Hold on one second. Hold on. Let me show y'all some more. This is some long distance bedwenching going on. He's like, white guys love me, but I'm not really into American white guys. So she likes European white guys. So this just shows you, you know, so she's getting flued out. She's getting flued out. You dig? So some international bedwenching going on. Shout out to Jerry from Raleigh, North Carolina. Shout out to that brother. He sent something. But, man, somebody's getting flued out with a bag of jollof rice in her travel sack. Man, so anyway, what else is happening in the news before I get into the deep discussion in the conversation tonight? Everybody, I saw Ola in the room. Shout out to our brother Ola. Ola, our brother comes from a Nigerian background, and he's a non-coon brother. That's our brother who should be celebrated. Our brother Ola comes from an immigrant background, and he is a non-coon. My brother Ola is a non-coon immigrant brother. Everybody say what's up to our brother Ola. You dig? Ola is a rider. Yeah. That's my G right there. Ola, my dude Mike, my dude Carl the promoter, real good dudes. These are non-coons. These are riders right here. That's what we need, more of those brothers over here. Y'all stop sending your coons. See, they realized that they got to start sending coons over here because they started sending some of the Olas and some of those riders over here, and we start linking up with them. They would bring over information, and then we would use that shit to go against the white supremacists. They would, you know, like the Garveys. Marcus Garvey was an immigrant. He came over. He was a rider. They were like, we're going to stop this Marcus Garvey shit. And we're going to stop that bullshit. You know. These immigrants coming over here, getting everybody riled up and joining up with these Negroes. We want them to come over and undermine y'all niggas. So we're going to have to screen them over there. It's like, we're going to have to screen them at the green card counter over there. Y'all letting too many riders come through. You didn't get Bob Marley, shit like that? Yeah. But down in Texas, and for those who are just coming in, y'all get your foundational Black American shirts at hiddencolorsfilm.com. Get your foundational Black American shirts at hiddencolorsfilm.com. But as we know, a lot of folks have been talking about this. There has been another shooting down in Dallas-Fort Worth, as we knew would happen after the Botham Jean fiasco, the Amber Geiger case where everybody was out there cupcaking and petting on her and rubbing on her, and Tammy the Mammy and all these coon lawyers and Botham Jean's Sambo family. It was a sister, Atiana Jefferson. This sister, somebody called the police. Some Negro called the police because the back door was open. He didn't even call 911. He called the non-emergency line. The race soldier showed up, blasted, killed this sister instantly. And the reason why they killed this sister is, number one, there's not going to be any punishment. They saw the display in Dallas where Negroes was forgiving. Lawyers were out here cutting deals. So now they still have a green light. This is why we were telling people all that forgiving and buck dancing, that puts a target on everybody's back. All that sucking up, soft bake, soft shoe cooning and forgiving, you're putting everybody in jeopardy. And that includes these lawyers that allowed it. This is the problem I had with Benjamin Crump and Lee Merritt. And that's why I had words with Lee Merritt on Twitter, because Lee Merritt is now representing this family. What happens? Somebody gets shot. Benjamin Crump and Lee Merritt jumps over there. They start getting everybody riled up. They get everybody on the grassroots level making a lot of noise about it, getting the word out, getting the hashtag going. But I talked about this today on Twitter. Nobody's talking about some harsh punishments for that race soldier. Nobody's saying his name. Who's the race soldier? Don't say her name. Say the goddamn race soldier's name. The race soldier's name should be trending. See, the white supremacists think they're slick, and their minions think they're slick too. See, if a black person does something, they're not just going to go on and on about the victims. They're going to, hey, we're going to talk about the motherfucker who we thought did it. That's the person we're going to focus on. We're going to focus on the person who perpetrated this. All that's, say her name. Say her name. Fuck saying her name. What you saying her name for? Say the damn race soldier's name. We know the sister's name. Our names are interchangeable. It'll be her name this week, another black person's name next week. So yeah, our names are just interchangeable at this point. Say the race soldiers' names so that we can prevent this stuff and put them on the hot seat. We have to put them on the hot seat. It has to be all about punishing these race soldiers with severe penalties. That's the only way they're going to stop killing innocent unarmed black people. They have to be punished. And the problem is you have all of these people on the take. I'm telling y'all, when y'all see Benjamin Crump and Lee Merritt, bullshit time is popping off. Because they got little deals with these prosecutors and law enforcement officers. They cut these little deals. Everybody gets riled up. Initially, oh, this is horrible. Say her name. Oh, man, this poor girl was shot. She had a bright future. She was such a smart person. This is horrible. And everybody gets riled up. And then they're cutting little deals behind the scenes. They're cutting deals behind the scenes. So now, all of a sudden, the case goes away. They don't prosecute these folks. And if they do, they give them a slap on the wrist. And then all of a sudden, the family is out there hugging and forgiving. You dig? And then they go on a forgiveness tour. That's why I went in on them dudes about that, especially Lee Merritt. He knows better. Lee Merritt tried to lie to me about some stuff. I'm like, bruh, you getting down like that? Lee Merritt was trying to tell me, well, I didn't, when we were talking about Botham Jean, brother, I'm like, Lee, why would y'all let Botham Jean's brother get in the courtroom talking all that bullshit, man? And hugging. Oh, I didn't know what the victim's impact statement was going to be. I didn't even know what he was. It was a surprise to me. Bruh, stop that, man. Stop that. Well, it was just him. It wasn't the family. Yeah, it was, dude. The whole family is out there talking that same coon shit. What you talking about, Lee? What are you talking about? See, that's why I lost a lot of respect for Lee Merritt, because don't do some shit and then act like you ain't doing it and we see you doing it. Lee Merritt took his clients out there on a whole tour. They're all on Dr. Phil talking that forgiveness shit, and Lee Merritt sitting right there with his head down. He's sitting right there with him talking that stupid shit. So Lee Merritt better not try to act like he don't know what his clients are doing. Him and Benjamin Crump sitting their asses on there with all types of butter biscuit crumbs on their suits. Y'all telling them to say this shit. And y'all cutting deals with these prosecutors and law enforcement so that they can take it easy on the cops so that you can get a big ass payout. That's a whole con game y'all niggas are running out here, man. That's the whole scheme these niggas are running. There is a reason every time you see Lee Merritt and Benjamin Crump and those niggas show up, nobody gets punished. Now, I've known about Benjamin Crump, but now Lee Merritt, I'm like, oh, you in on the scam too? There's a reason why they're paraded around all the time. And let me tell you something, when your lawyers are not demonized by the media, you know that's a problem. When your lawyers are not demonized by the media doesn't really have anything negative to say about them, that right there is a red flag. Notice, and Benjamin Crump can barely talk. He's mush-mouthed as a motherfucker. They never say anything negative about Benjamin Crump because the white supremacists, they understand. They're like, those are our niggas right there. Those are our niggas. Let me tell you something. If you're a black lawyer putting in work like Johnny Cochran, they hated Johnny Cochran. Nigga, in the 90s, they couldn't stand Johnny Cochran. Johnny Cochran made these motherfuckers have nervous breakdowns. Johnny Cochran was all up in their asses. They hated Johnny Cochran. I remember Geraldo did a whole show just shitting on Johnny. He shit on Johnny Cochran every other day. They couldn't stand Johnny Cochran. Johnny Cochran would be in that courtroom lighting people's asses up. Even today, they don't talk glowingly about Johnny Cochran in the white media. You notice that? They do not talk glowingly about Johnny Cochran in the white media at all. Johnny Cochran was, hands down, the best lawyer in American history. Johnny Cochran was the best lawyer in American history. That brother was thorough. Yes, Alton Maddox is another rider. They don't talk glowingly about Alton Maddox. You dig? They still hate Johnny Cochran to this day. They hate Johnny Cochran to this day. They've written all types of books shitting on Johnny Cochran. Johnny Cochran was working the shit out of them. He was in their ass out here. You dig? Johnny Cochran would do stuff so bold after the OJ, after that trial, he got in the media. He said, yeah, we made sure that OJ was found innocent, which he was. Now, I'm about to go get Geronimo Pratt out of jail because y'all put him in jail wrongfully. I'm about to go get him out. And went and did it. And went and did it. And went and got Geronimo Pratt, one of the Black Panthers, got him out of prison using the COINTELPRO documents. See, that's why I talked about how they had to make sure all the FBI documents had to go digital. That was the creation of the internet because they had these documents laying around and they were susceptible to be infiltrated, to be found. And the COINTELPRO document was found in the early 70s and it was leaked to the media. And that exposed the fact that the FBI, they were targeting black people. And that's what Johnny Cochran used to get Geronimo Pratt out. You dig? They were like, fuck this nigga. You dig? Yeah, his death was funny. That brain aneurysm, I think they said he had an aneurysm or something like that. But yeah, Johnny, he was a bad brother. He wasn't afraid. He wasn't afraid of these race soldiers. He specialized in putting fire to these race soldiers' asses. You dig? So that was a true to the game brother right there. That was a true to the game brother. He got one of my friends off, my dude Malik, McKinley Lee, who was on trial with Snoop. He was the bodyguard for Snoop. McKinley is an old player partner of mine from back in the day. My dude, he used to sell pit bulls, but he was involved in that case with Snoop. And he got them off. Yeah. As he should. But yeah, they still hate on Johnny Cochran. The term, the race car, that's where it became popularized because of that case. Yeah? But, again, with this whole thing, when these lawyers, again, Lee Merritt and all these guys, they try to promote themselves as civil rights lawyers. These are settlement lawyers. That's all they are. They're settlement lawyers. All they do is go out here, get everybody riled up with these cases, and then negotiate settlements, and they get a big chunk out of it. They go out here, they're representing people pro bono, so they don't charge them. They immediately go to the family, say, hey, I'm Benjamin Crump. And I was Trayvon Martin family, Philando Castile, Tamir, right? He started naming all these names. I'm going to get you such and such million, and I ain't going to even charge you. You dig? And my thing is, look, I don't mind families getting compensated for their loss if it's the same. I don't mind that. But I don't want that to happen at the expense of punishment, because what you do, you basically just keep putting a target on everybody's heads. You got to put a target on everybody's head by doing that, by making these deals, and that's always part of the deal, by the way. Be very clear. Part of the deal is that we gonna go light on the race soldier who did it. I want y'all to always understand that. Trust me, that's what they're talking about behind the scenes. When they get behind the scenes, that's part of the deal. Now, we're going to leave him alone now. When we give you this $2 million, we're not going to say nothing about it. As a matter of fact, I need you to hug him and stroke his hair when we get in court, by the way. So niggas be out there just cooning it up for that little money. But yeah, there's no civil rights lawyers, because they're not criminal lawyers. They're settlement lawyers. You dig? These are settlement lawyers. And that's part of the game that we got to realize. We got to realize what they're doing. You dig? Shout out to Brooklyn ADOS. A lot of folks in the room. Shout out to all the new people in here. For all the new people here. Number one, what I need y'all to do, hit that thumbs up button. Hit the like button. Hit that like button, please. Everybody hit the like button. And then everybody hit the subscribe button. Let's do that right now. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell that's right next to the subscribe button. Shout out to Chicago. Shout out to Compton. Shout out to my folks. They're having Taste of Soul LA next week. I'm going to be out there next week to be out here with the LA family. That's going to be nice. Taste of Soul. I went a couple of years ago, had a great time out there with the LA family. Did I do a video on Tyler Perry? I didn't, but I'm very proud of Tyler Perry for his studio. I'm very, very, very proud of that brother, man. His studio looks beautiful. Oh, man, the studio is huge. It looks beautiful. And all my Atlanta people, do they let you have, like, tours of the studio? Like out here at Universal Studios, they'll let you, they take a little tram around the studio backlot. Do they have that for Tyler Perry studio? That's a beautiful studio. The studio is real nice. So shout out to that brother for doing that. That's a cool thing. Come to Washington, D.C. I got to go visit Washington. I have not been invited to the Revolt Summit in L.A. yet. I say yet. It's still coming up. Yeah, I want to go. I want to be on that panel so we can have some real conversations. Yeah, I want to be on that panel so we can have some real conversations. You know, it's random about real estate. What did you do to get started? Real simple, man. You know what I did? I just buy stuff straight out. You did? I get a certain amount of money and I'll just go buy something. Usually I don't like to go through banks and all that. I'll just buy it straight out. Just buy it straight out, get some folks to fix it up. Just like one of my spots down in Atlanta now, I just got the carpet done because the last people that was in there, it was Kool-Aid stains all over the goddamn place. So I had to pay I just went and bit the bullet, got a whole new carpet in the whole house. That's why I got to go down there to make sure they did everything right and make sure ain't no paint on the floor and all that stuff. Shout out to Buffalo, New York. I got a lot of love in Buffalo, New York. Tyler Perry's studio tour started in February. If I holler at somebody down there, they'll probably let me go through just so I want to take a look at it. I said, yeah, this shirt is dope, ain't it? This shirt is fly. Go to hiddencolorsfilm.com right now to get this shirt. hiddencolorsfilm.com to get this shirt. You dig? So, what else? You know what? That TV show that Bob loves, Abishola, that comedian, the lady who's one of the writers and she plays one of the characters on there, she's a comedian and she went to LA to do some stand-up, and it was a brother, foundational Black American brother, got up in the audience when they introduced her. He was like, yeah, you disrespectful to Black Americans. Your show is racist to Black Americans. Threw her ass off her game. She didn't know what to do. My nigga put her on Front Street. That was a beautiful thing. My brother said, yeah, your show is trash. Your show is racist to Black Americans. Boy, she didn't know what to do. See, she got called out. So she thought being at the comedy spot with all them white people, she was safe. Oh, buddy. He got that ass. Shout out to that brother. Shout out to that brother. You dig? Somebody, you know what? You said something. I might have to start my own panel. You know what? That might have to happen. You know, I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking about having a panel down in Atlanta. I love Atlanta. I absolutely love Atlanta. But I was thinking about that. Having a panel down in Atlanta, a foundational Black American panel, so all of us can come all over and we can have a real discussion. And I know they had an ADOS panel in St. Louis. That was beautiful, by the way. That was beautiful, by the way. But I've been thinking about that. I have been thinking about that. To talk about what we need to do. And, you know, I have the shit popping. I have Dr. Claude Anderson. I have James Small. I have some riders up there. You dig? Oh, we'll get this thing popping. You dig? My man David Banner's down there. Oh, we'll get this thing popping. We'll get it popping. So, yeah. I might, that's something that we might have to do. That's something that we might have to do. You dig? Yeah, that's something that we might have to really get popping. The conference was in Louisville, Kentucky. Okay, I thought it was in St. Louis, but it was in Louisville. Yeah, I saw some of it. It was beautiful. Beautiful. They had Cornell West. That was beautiful. Shout out to Tone. That was beautiful. You did? But, yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on that. Because I'm doing so many things right now. I'm about to start filming Buck Breaking. I'm going to start on that next month, and I'm going to have foot surgery sometime either at the end of October or the end of November. And I'm working on a book. So I'm doing a lot of stuff. And then there was a fire out here. We had to evacuate our home this weekend. There's a huge fire out here in the valley where I live. And I know y'all probably seen it on the news. My office here still smells like smoke. The whole house is smelling like smoke. You dig? But yeah, I was talking about that chick on that show. They put her on Front Street, which was a great thing. I absolutely love that. I absolutely loved it. Because, you know, what's interesting on that show about that chick, she was talking about, and I talked about this the other day, she was like, yeah, Black Americans made fun of us and Black Americans would parody African people in their movies. And what the hell is she talking about? Let me ask the family, and I've asked this before. Name a foundational Black American television show or movie that denigrated African people? I would like to really know that. When have we, foundational Black Americans, ever done a television show or a movie or a sitcom where we were shitting on African people? I would like to know, when have we ever done that? The hell is she talking about? We don't do that. I want y'all to name one damn show that we've ever done where we're shitting on African people. A movie we've done shitting on African people. We don't do that at all. We never do that. We don't do shit like that. In fact, if we do a movie, we try to show African people in a positive light. That's what Coming to America is. Coming to America showed African people in a positive light. It was a fictitious African country, but it showed them royal and regal and astute and with a lot of dignity. Yeah? Yeah, Coming to America was a tribute. Yeah, I heard some people trying to say Coming to America was negative. How? You did? So yeah, you're reaching for justification to justify you doing something negative. But again, I talked about that before, and I don't want to get too much into that. But let's talk about what I really want to get down into today. I'm going to talk about this suspected white supremacist out here in Florence, South Carolina. In Florence, South Carolina, there's this suspected white supremacist. His name is DJ Kid. Okay? It's a dude named DJ Kid who was out here laying up with hundreds of black women and girls. And girls. He's a suspected pedophile. I say alleged, but according to everybody out there, this guy's a known pedophile. Let me show y'all some images real quick. Let me show this. Okay, this is him. 42-year-old Jason Pope, a.k.a. DJ Kid, a.k.a. Vanilla Lice. So as you see, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of images of him with these underage girls and some women. He's with some women. And the women that he's with are some of the dustiest women ever. They're very dusty. And this guy, it was a whole fetish for him to lay up with black women and underage black girls. He's not a real DJ. He was doing some promotions for the radio station out there. He would use free concert tickets to kind of manipulate young girls to have sex with them. I mean, some of the more graphic pictures I'm not going to show. I mean, there's hundreds of pictures of this dude on his Facebook, social media sites, going out of his way to show he's laying up with these women. And let me show y'all some more stuff. Hold on. This is him right here. This is a Facebook post. He said, I'm 36 years old with 693 bodies, all black females. What about you? So he bragged about laying up with all these black females. And this is a post where some of the faces are blurred out. But all these women are laying up with this Zaddy. All of them are laying up with this Zaddy. Hold on one second. And The thing about this dude, it's alleged that he is HIV positive. It is alleged that this Zaddy is HIV positive. Now look at this. This was an exchange he was having with a sister. This is him saying, "Why you hate black dick? Go get AIDS." She said, "You already got him, bitch. So why you saying the nigger you fuck gave you AIDS? Why did you hate his sex?" She said, "Get your retarded ass on, man." He said, "Go suck on charcoal shit terms. Make sure you charge them broker jokers." She said, "I got my own money. I don't need a nigga for shit but big black dick. Don't nobody want your pink shriveled up dick. Get out of here." Then he says, "The strategy was simple. Fuck all the fast black hoes raw, nut in them, then hope and pray they continue being fast and hope they go and fuck nothing but black boys raw. Think about that. Gotcha." So this leads more to the speculation that this dude is running around here HIV positive. A lot of people believe he's HIV positive. The rumor is that he was HIV positive, and seems like he was deliberately going around infecting as many black women as possible so that they can go in turn and infect black men. You understand? That seems like his strategy. And I mean, there's pictures of this. He's in hotel rooms, tongue kissing all these young girls and young women. And I mean, he made a point to get some of the dustiest women he can get. See, y'all laying up with these zaddies, you know good and well that this zaddy had white supremacist views. This shows that a lot of the hood rats, and I'm not talking about the underage girls, I'm talking about the adult, some of the young adult women that he was with. There's a lot of low self-esteem, plantation mentalities in people. Notice all of the women had the same look. All of them had the same look. They all look extremely dusty and broke. All of them look the same. Some of them even look like they were on crack. Some of them look very dusty. And a goofball white supremacist like that, that's pretty much all he could really get. But just the fact that he was targeting them. I've always said the problem that we have, the bedwench problem, it comes from a lot of these immigrant mammies and a lot of these hood rats. I've always talked about how these, that's another thing. All of them they all seem to have the same skin tone. You know, he went for a particular type. Extra dusty, lace fronts barely hanging off their heads. He went for a particular type. And he has a few biracial children. His baby mama looks a beast. I mean, I've seen some of the women he done had kids with. It's a monster. But understand the psychology of a zaddy like that. Understand the psychology of that. And this is how dangerous some of these bedwenches are. And I'm not talking about the underage children. And let me show y'all more pictures of this dude while I'm talking. I'm going down my feed. This is him. He's all tongue kissing some hood rat. They got weed. There's more tweets of him. Let me see. "I pay you $300. So he's tricking off his little money. They've been reporting this dude for years. Going all the way back to the 90s, they've been reporting this dude. And here's some more. He put this on Snapchat. He said, "If y'all can find one black dude between the age of 16, 29 that can beat the great DJ Kid at eating black pussy for an hour straight, eating a chocolate asshole for 30 minutes straight, fucking for 45 minutes straight, I'll let you win $1,000 cash." So this dude had a plantation mentality. This dude had a plantation mentality. This is him right here. And he made a point to do all this stuff wide open in the public. He wanted it to be known that this is what he was doing. This is racial showcasing. This is him right here. This is racial showcasing. He felt like he was running his own little plantation. You dig? He was running his own little plantation here. Okay. So, now understand this. First of all, there are some gutter-ass hood rats in Florence, South Carolina. Wow, y'all dusty as hell out there. I hate to go there. I'm talking about the adults, not the children. Children, they don't know any better. But some of y'all women out there, there's a lot of dust in goddamn Florence, South Carolina. My God. Until I see otherwise. It might be some real riders out there. But boy, looking at all these pictures, good Lord. And hood rats worship zaddies because they depend on Zaddy for, you know, their little Section 8 and all their little nigga trinkets. There's no wokeness or consciousness about these hood rats. So when white Zaddy shows up, no matter how low level he is, there's a worship thing. You feel like you got to bow down. The fact that this dude was doing all of this with these hood rats on camera and he's posting it on his page, that shows the low self-esteem in all these hood rats. And the fact that it looks like this dude was potentially deliberately trying to spread AIDS or HIV. This goes back to what I've told people over and over again. I've talked about this in the latest Hidden Colors 5 movie. When y'all see all of these AIDS cases in black female communities, that's because these women are out here laying up with these zaddies. I've said that a million times, and now y'all starting to see the reality in that. That's where that comes from. When y'all see these numbers of a bunch of black women in a certain city got AIDS or HIV, but the black men don't have it, people are like, okay, where in the hell is this AIDS coming from? So what the media did, they start talking about it's a group of unknown secret niggas who are on the down low who's giving all these AIDS. So they found a way to blame heterosexual black men, which was complete bullshit. The narrative they're trying to tell you, there's a bunch of covert, sneaky niggas running around having sex with dudes and then having sex with women, and that's where all the AIDS is coming from. That's not true. That's never been true. It's these women out here secretly laying up with these zaddies. And these zaddies are spreading that shit. I don't think a lot of black people realize, and we talked about this in Hidden Colors 5. You guys need to go watch Hidden Colors 5. There are so many white people with AIDS and HIV that's never talked about. White people, because of the meth and the opioid use and all of these needles and heroin, whenever there's a drug epidemic, there's going to be an STD epidemic. And if you Google STD outbreaks, STD epidemics, you'll see, because of the drug use, which is primarily in white areas, there's an STD epidemic too. And those STDs include HIV and AIDS. Like Charlie Sheen, exactly. But with all of this drug use, AIDS and HIV comes with that. It comes right behind that. And there are so many people in white society who have AIDS, man. That's just never talked about. The media don't talk about that. Not only that, and understand this. With this guy right here, he was slumming and laying up with all those dusty hood rats. That's a fetish that's based on self-abasement. He's trying to abase his body. It's like he's doing something dirty to himself to be adventurous. And I talked about how white supremacists do this. It's a slumming thing. Having sex, having sexual relations with people who are socially powerless. It's all, you're justifying your low self-esteem, number one. Why does this guy have low self-esteem? This guy has a bug in his ass about black men. This dude probably grew up seeing black men get all the ladies, So he wants to get his revenge on something that he couldn't be. This is why he's doing the whole be rad thing with the hat and the hip hop clothes. I've always told people about those yo-yo-yo Negroes. I've always told people about these yo-yo-yo white boys, not Negroes, but yo-yo-yo white boys who run around here with all the hip hop gear, with the hat tilted to the side, can't be trusted. These dudes, they want to emulate what they despise. They'll walk around with that yo-yo-yo. I'm telling you something. All that yo-yo-yo shit, these dudes hate black men. They hate that. They hate the fact that these white supremacists, I'm white, I got all the privilege in the world. That black man over there has nothing. My community hates him, and my community controls whether he's going to have a job or not. My community controls whether he can go to jail or be free. My community determines whether he's going to be fed or his family's going to be together. We have all this power, and that nigga still get all the women. This nigga can still walk in the room with confidence and swag and get every goddamn woman, even the white ones. You understand? That burns them up. Notice all those white boys, all of a sudden, these people who grew up in these racist backgrounds, they start emulating what they hate. Yo, yo, yo. They get on that yo, yo, yo. Mark Wahlberg up there in Boston. You know, he grew up hating niggas. And then he grew up, yo, yo, feel the vibrations, all that dumb shit. Michael Rappaport. I told people about Michael Rappaport. Don't be fooled by all that yo, yo, yo. Michael Rappaport be sounding like the alt-right. You let Michael Rappaport keep talking, his ass starts sounding like Richard Spencer. You dig? They see a brother who socially has nothing, but he can still walk in a room and command all the attention and the respect and the women on his swag alone, and that burns their asses. And all the little white girls want to get at him. When they see, and this guy right here, he's a DJ. He's not really a DJ. He does promotions for the radio station. So this dude, he sees these black rappers come in and out of town. All the women want to get with the black rappers. He sees all these brothers come in swagged out, getting all the women. So now he wants to emulate that, but he despises that at the same time. You did? Kid Rock is another one. Kid Rock was yo, yo, yo. I'm from the hood. Kid Rock's dad, wasn't his dad rich? And he's not really from Detroit. My Detroit folks get mad when you say that Kid Rock is from Detroit. Detroit just pops up, hey, that motherfucker ain't from Detroit now. He's from a suburb of Detroit. You dig? Now, Kid Rock is out here with Trump, Ted Nugent, all the white supremacists now. Running around with Confederate flags. You dig? MC Search. You let MC Search talk now. Ain't no racism. You dig? I'm never impressed by the yo-yo-yo talk. Yeah, Kid Rock has a black son. All of them have black kids. MC Search has a black son. This dude has a black son. Oh, no, black daughters. He got black daughters, not sons. But this dude, DJ Kid, has black daughters. Yeah, they'll have black kids and still be racist. That's black folks better get off that. DJ Vlad, too. Well, that's why a lot of folks are calling out DJ Vlad. See, DJ Vlad is going around talking about, he shouldn't even be chiming in on reparations, by the way. DJ Vlad shouldn't even be in the reparations conversation. He's running around here talking that dumb shit about we need reparations, we should get it in the form of education. See, that's deception. See, when people like DJ Vlad, who comes over here, whose family, they're immigrants from Russia. These are Russian immigrants who came over because of foundational black Americans building a country so they can bring their asses over here. Rude Jude, too. He's another one. I called out Rude Jude recently. And I was on Jenny Jones' show back in the day with Rude Jude. Rude Jude is yo, 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 yo. But damn, Rude Jude started talking like the damn alt-right. Rude Jude be talking like the alt-right. Joe Rogan has a black daughter. Well, stepdaughter. It's a stepdaughter. His lady, and I talked about that before, she used to be with my dude from the group H-Town. You know, and Joe Rogan is a friend of the alt-right. But Vlad's ass. Vlad's wife is black. You dig? And Vlad makes a lot of money off hip-hop culture. Vlad makes a lot of money off hip-hop culture. Vlad makes a gang of money off hip-hop culture. And Vlad, he gets to talking alt-rightish sometimes. Let me tell y'all something about Vlad. Y'all know one of Vlad's employees actually sued him? Let me show y'all something. There was a lawsuit with a sister, a black woman named Christina Sante. You're right here in the top. A black woman named Christina Sante brings action against her former employer, Hot in Here Entertainment, Vlad TV. All right? Let me say this. And Sante alleges that during her employment, the defendant made racially and sexually inappropriate comments to her. This is DJ Vlad's former employee, saying that Vlad would say little slick racist shit behind the scenes. Vlad is being sued for this. Oops. See, this is why Vlad shouldn't be in our conversations like this. Because then you're going to open up yourself to receipts. Let me say. She also said, Vlad Lebovny, he purposely directed Sante to post stereotypical representations of black people on Vlad TV on numerous occasions, despite the fact that the content made her uncomfortable. When Sante complained to Edwards, she said the content on the website was not for her, so she should not be offended by it. Vlad made similar comments. So, woo! Let me take this down so I can talk to you. So, according to this lawsuit, the black female employee said Vlad was telling her to post dumb nigga shit, stereotypical bullshit, and the sister was like, well, damn, this makes black folks look bad. I'm uncomfortable with that. And Vlad and his other employees was basically like, well, it ain't for you. Basically, it's for a white audience because we have a white audience, so this is what our white audience wants to see. You see? You dig? Come on, Vlad. People need to know how you getting down, bruh. Vlad. Oh yeah, Vlad got a black wife and black kids, and this is what Vlad does. You see? We're going to have to make people put respect on our names. We see you, Vlad. You dig? So you got to watch these folks. So you got to understand. See, a lot of folks, you know, they get interviewed by Vlad and they get clicks and views. So a lot of people, some people are dependent, not a lot, but some people are dependent on those clicks and views, and that's okay. I'm not. I get the same amount of clicks and views as Vlad on my own channel. So I don't need Vlad, so I can tell the truth and not go for the fuckery. You dig? I get the same 100,000 views on my joint just talking by myself. I don't need Vlad, so I can tell the truth. When something is funny style, I can tell the truth about it. You dig? Oh, well, the lawsuit, somebody said, why isn't that lawsuit on the vlogs? Because, you know, a lot of folks want to get interviewed by Vlad, so they ain't trying to put it out in white people. They're not, you know, they're on code. Vlad knows that. White people are on code with each other. They're not going to tell you about that lawsuit. They protect each other. White supremacists, they protect each other. For example, let's go back to the case of DJ Kid. Black girls, they've been reporting this dude since the 90s. There are lawsuits and police reports going back to 1996 on this DJ Kid dude. The cops just don't do nothing. They've been saying that this man is a pedophile. People have been reporting him. I mean, he's been getting slaps on the wrist. They've been dropping the charges, dropping the cases for over a decade. They just won't do nothing to this dude. Because it's black girls. So my thing is, where was Me Too? Where's Tarana Burke and all that? We got to do it for black girls. I'm concerned about black girls. Where's Dream Hampton and the black girl? R. Kelly, we got to save the black girls from R. Kelly. Where all the we got to do it for the black girls when all these black girls are begging for you to charge this man? Black girls are begging. They were for over a decade to charge this goddamn pedophile. And also, forget about the pedophile. Forget about the pedophilia. I mean, he's allegedly spreading diseases too. You dig? So they simply wouldn't charge this dude. And there's some people trying to say, well, he didn't get charged because his dad is a judge and his dad is connected and his dad ain't no goddamn judge. Okay? His dad is not a damn judge. That is not true. Hold on. See, a lot of white supremacists try to spread certain lies to take away from racism. So if they say that his dad is a judge, that means, well, it's all about privilege and not about race. This nigga's parents are not no fucking judges. Let me show y'all something. This is his parents. His parents are just some white people. Roger and Cheryl Pope. These are his parents right here. They own a barbecue joint. They own a place called the Flaming Pig. This is his parents right here, Cheryl and Roger Pope. And they own a barbecue joint out there in Florence, all right, called the Flaming Pig. So yeah, they're not no goddamn judges. He ain't politically connected or nothing like that. It's just white. It's just plain old white supremacy. That's all. Just white supremacy. Don't let nobody run that. His family, they judges. No, they're not. They own a goddamn barbecue pig joint. All right? Because I've seen some of those lies. When they start spreading lies like that, that's trying to get the emphasis off the racial aspect of it. Like this dude got some kind of Illuminati connections. No, he don't. Flaming pig, and that's what we're doing. We're flaming that pig. But understand, dudes like that who desire to be like the black man, but they understand the white privileges they have to wallow in what they believe is filth by getting the lowliest hood rats and lay up with them. And now he allegedly has a disease, so now he will weaponize his disease. Sounds like I'm gonna keep laying up with these hood rats so that they can go back to their community and infect those niggas who I don't like. So they can infect those communities that I don't like, those men. They can give it back to those men. Notice all of his posts about how much better he is at eating ass than a black man. He has to do degenerate shit in order to compete with us. You can't compete as far as music. You can't compete in sports. You can't compete in swag. So now you set the bar low. You're trying to compete with us with doing degenerate shit like ass eating. I can eat people's asses better. Knock yourself out. Yeah, you can do that better. And sisters, some of y'all be on this Zaddy worshiping thing, and Zaddy worship keeps going wrong on you. That Zaddy worship keeps going wrong. Y'all think it's cute, so y'all be on Instagram, you leave Tyrone and get you a Zaddy, and y'all see what Zaddy is doing. Y'all think that bed wenching is going to create a safe space within the system of white supremacy for you. You think that laying up with these little nasty, freaky zaddies, and you know exactly what they be doing. You know exactly the type of pedophilia he's into. Y'all know that these guys be into all types of pedophile type shit. Y'all know it. You know it. Sometimes y'all let them mess with your damn kids. Just like the DeBarge family. That mom, she knew her nasty white zaddy was out there messing with them kids. Some of y'all know that these guys out here messing with your kids, but you such a bed wench mammy, you turn a blind eye to it. You dig? Y'all have to learn the hard way. See, that myth that these women are getting high-level white dudes. No, you're not. You're getting bottom-of-the-barrel dudes. You dig? Well, a lot of people in Florence know who this guy is. A lot of people in Florence know who he is. And I mean, he's just getting women and tongue-kissing them. I mean, he is doing it up in his pictures. It's racial showcasing. And that's the thing. He wanted to do it in the public. He wanted to use his privilege. He knew he can get away with doing this with black girls and black women. So he wanted to show it off. He's been showing it off for over a decade. He's been like, I dare you to catch me. He's all in bedrooms. I mean, there's hundreds of pictures with this dude in bedrooms and hotels with women smoking weed and girls smoking weed and he tongue kissing them. So he's making a big showcase out of it. It's like, to these white supremacists who's into self-abasement, and again, the name of the game is to get the most hood radish women you can get. He wants them to deliberately be real bottom of the barrel looking so that could justify his self-loathing. It's like when all those white people went out there to Woodstock that year, remember? They had an anniversary for Woodstock and all those white people went out there and started wallowing in the mud. It's like, let me just get myself dirty. You know, let me, I'm too privileged and I know I didn't earn it and I know I'm a piece of shit, so let me wallow in some filth. That's their mentality. You dig? And because he already allegedly has a disease, he ain't worried about nothing. So he could just go all out. I mean, he simply clearly had no standard. There was nobody who he wouldn't lay up with. There's zero standard this dude had. You dig? Zero. He had no standard. So you got to watch dudes like this. See, you got a name for people who allegedly try to deliberately give people diseases. They call those gift givers. There's a whole little community like that. Now remember, over in Africa, you had white supremacists going around saying, hey, yeah, we were deliberately trying to give AIDS to people. I know there was a case in, I think, St. Louis or somewhere in Missouri. There was a white supremacist. He was actually a Klan member. He was laying up with black women, and he was spreading AIDS. He was laying up, and he ended up, I think he killed a sister. But he was running around here with AIDS and HIV, and he was a Klansman, and he was finding these black women to lay up with. And you have white people who are called bug chasers. There's a whole little underground community of white people who don't have diseases, but they go out and try to get it. It's another self-abasement thing. They get off on the adventure of laying up with people who have AIDS. This is how sick some of these white supremacists are. I want y'all to Google that. They're called bug chasers. they get off on the adventure of laying up with people, different people who may or may not be HIV positive. They go out trying to get diseases, and they think it's funny. They think it's cute. They think it's adventuresome. They're called bug chasers. Yes, look this up. Yeah, they call it the gift, and yeah, LGBT culture, they call it the gift. And they're people who, when they go out here and when they have diseases and they lay up with people and try to give it to them, they call them gift givers. This is part of white supremacist culture. They do little stuff like this. You understand? Listen, the white supremacists, they understand that their days are kind of numbered. They know that they're dying out. They know that they're dying out. So if you're a white supremacist and you know you're dying out, and this black man over here, he can keep life going with his seed, and your little seed is struggling, you're going to despise what you want to emulate. So what this guy wants to do, this white supremacist, he's having offspring with these black women because that's really who he can only procreate with, really. He's procreating with these black women, but yet he's spreading diseases trying to wipe other black people out. You dig? He's trying to wipe out all of these dark-skinned black people. Follow me on this. Follow me on this. Because they would do this in South America. What they would do, they would try to breed up, meaning the dark-skinned black people would sleep with a white person, they'd have a mulatto child, and the mulatto child would sleep with another white person, and try to whiten up the gene pool. They would do this in South America. They would try to whiten up the gene pool, so they would step it up, biracial white, so they would whiten it up. So they're trying to do that now. This is another strategy they're trying to do. So they'll go out here and have a bunch of biracial children and get those children and turn them into a Stacey Dash. They'll get those children and tell them, you better date white, you better date white, you better date white. Then when they have another kid, you better date white. They did that in Argentina. They did that a lot down there in South America. While I'm going to have biracial offspring, all these darkies, I'm going to give them some gifts. There's a reason why all of this dude's victims, this DJ Kid, were very dark-skinned black women. All of his victims were dark-skinned black women. That's by design. Yeah, Puerto Ricans, they do that too. Yeah. Yeah. It's some heavy stuff, man. We got to understand how these white supremacists are cold-blooded, man. Yeah, Meghan Markle, Prince Harry, exactly. Exactly. They try to whiten that thing up. That's the new move right there, by the way. The white supremacists, they are trying to control the breeding because white men and white women can't have kids like it ain't popping. White women, they got to go get uterine transplants. I mean, it's just not popping. White men and white women, it's very difficult for them to have children now because of a lot of biological factors. So they're trying to get white men to have offspring with these black women and then get these children and instill white supremacy in their brains. This is why we see a lot of these biracial kids raised by white men sounding like the damn alt-right. Notice when you look at television commercials, almost every other commercial, you'll see a white man with some biracial children and a black woman. I've seen almost every other commercial, you see this. Almost every other commercial, you see a white man who's the father of some little black kids. Yeah? So that's what they're trying to do. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to whiten up that gene pool. They're trying to infuse themselves in our gene pool and then cornering off the kids and instilling white supremacy in their brain and telling them there's something else. I predict pretty soon they're going to start having biracial on the census. You dig? Pretty soon they're going to start putting biracial on the census. So they can create that buffer class and then segregate them off and then breed them white. It's some heavy stuff. While they're breeding certain offspring white, again, they're targeting the rest as if they got some fetish. It's a fetish, but it's a fetish to destroy the black gene pool. A lot of us don't understand how devious white supremacy is. See, we don't think that deep into it. We don't think that deep into it because we just be doing shit. We think everything is party and bullshit. See, those victims up here with this white supremacist, they think they're in a hotel room with a white boy who loves him some sisters. So they in there smoking weed, getting high. This dude in there with a genocidal plot. He's taking one for the white supremacist team. You understand? Yeah, Holly Berry's another one. Holly Berry's laying up with them white dudes, and them white dudes are instilling white supremacy in her kids and calling Holly all types of nigga bitches. You dig? This thing is real. This thing is real. So we don't understand how deep they are, how the white supremacists, they like to weaponize everything. They weaponize sex. They weaponize everything. Everything is a weapon. You dig? Oh yeah, Chancellor Williams, he talked about that. Chancellor Williams talked about that. Yeah, Paula Patton. You see Paula Patton's and Robin Thicke's son, he looked like a little white boy. Looked like a little regular white boy. Yeah? So this Zaddy worship, see, this Zaddy worship goes wrong. Y'all better get off that shit. Y'all better get off that Zaddy worship. Man, these Zaddies be out here doing everything. Any and everything. And then you have to learn the hard way. But see, the name of the game is to get us confused. And Brother Neely Fuller was talking about this recently. He was talking about sexual confusion and the military. Because, see, they weaponize sexual confusion. Like, that Billy Porter dude, they're going to have him playing a fairy godmother in Cinderella. So they're so over the top with this LBG agenda with black folks. It's just ridiculous at this point. It's just getting silly. But remember, they don't do anything just to be doing it. The fact that they're pushing this LBGT thing on black society so much, we have to know how deadly the agenda is. And Neely Fuller was breaking this down, how what they want to do is push a lot of same-sex relationships, especially in the military. Especially in the military. If you are engaging in same-sex relationships and you're in the military, especially women, they could keep you in occupied territories longer. A lot of times when you're in the military and you're off in some foreign country, you missing your family at home, you're missing your wife, you're missing your kids. So people, you're trying to get up out of there. So your morale goes down if you're in the military and you're ready to go home. Your morale is going to go down. But if you're in the military, you're a chick and you're a stud and you got another girl there with you. She's right there in the military with you. Y'all over there in Afghanistan somewhere. So you won't be so apt to leave. So you got your mate right there with you. If you a dude, if you Lil Nas X or whatever, you in the military, you a dude, and you got you some military bussy right there in the tent with you, well, you good to go. But they really want them studs particularly, because them studs will fight. You get a couple of studs in there, And the studs are, they'll put in some work in the military. You get them studs, they try to outman the men. You get a couple of studs in there rolling around with each other, they'll never want to leave the military. We'll fight as long as we need to be here. As long as I got my strap on and my boot thing, I'll stay over here in Iraq for 5, 10 more years. Now, the dudes might be a little bit different because, this dude's got his bussy in the air, and all of a sudden, it's time to fight, and this nigga out there trying to fight in some flip-flops. So we don't want that. But you get them studs together, it's on and popping. So that's why they don't mind that, that same-sex thing in the military, that don't ask, don't tell. No, they're going to really promote that. They're really going to promote that more to keep people, in a mindset that they want to stay over there. You dig? So yeah, they pushing this thing heavy. They are pushing it heavy. But anyway, let me get up out of here, man. It's been real. But think about it. We had a good conversation tonight, man. Think of all the stuff we're talking about. Foundational Black Americans. Y'all better get y'all shirt. Get your Foundational Black American shirt at hiddencolorsfilm.com. hiddencolorsfilm.com, ladies and gentlemen. Let me lift it up. hiddencolorsfilm.com. Also, you can stream Hidden Colors 5. I show the whole shirt. Foundational Black Americans. Right there. You can stream Hidden Colors 1 through 5 at hiddencolorsfilm.com. You can also stream the movie 1804 at hiddencolorsfilms.com. All right? I'm a holler. Y'all follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at Tariq Elite. I'm almost at 200,000 followers on Instagram. Let's get 200,000 followers on Instagram. Tariq Elite. I'm a holler.